Hey, what is up? My name is Martin, and for quite some time now I'm trying to make my house more smart, more energy efficient and more cozy. I did so by installing the Xiaomi Philips LED light bulb. I've got a smart LED ceiling light, I have got a smart LED bedside lamp, and I still got the Yeelight first generation smart LED light bulbs. So the second generation of Yeelight's quite popular smart LED light bulbs finally arrived, so yeah, let's see how much they improved. So just like its predecessors, the second generation of Yeelight's smart LED light bulbs have an E27 mount, and there's a white version and there's a color red version, and as we can see, the packaging got quite a nice update as well. It now contains more information and is in English as well, so that's quite nice. If we open the box, then you have the lamp itself and there's a small instruction manual. And that's basically it, there's nothing more, but we've seen this in the past. It's just a lamp and an instruction manual with all the Yeelight and Xiaomi products. So since I've got the first generation of smart LED light bulbs by Yeelight, it's actually quite easy for me to compare them to the second generation of smart LED light bulbs. And from the appearance, it's actually quite easy to see. You've now got a embossed textured look, and both versions are heavier and bigger in dimensions. And since there is a nice purple or white ring at the bottom of the device, it's a good indication to see if you got the color red version or the white version. So the white version got improved the most because they increased first of all the brightness. It was first 580 lumens and now they bumped it up to 800 lumens of brightness. And the other major improvement is that the hue can be set to anywhere between this soft white and this daylight white, instead of a fixed 400K white light at the first generation as seen over here. The second generation of the color red lamp still got the same color temperature range of 1700 Kelvin up to 6500 Kelvin, but they increased the brightness, and instead of 600 brightness on the old generation or the first generation, they now increase it to 800 brightness, which is an increase of 200, and it's just a nice update. For both lamps you don't need a hub, so that's a nice thing. You can just control them via the application on your phone, and also the integrated Google Assistant and Amazon Alexa, which is a nice added value. The second generation of smart LED light bulbs are now rated A+ in the energy efficiency scale, and that results that it costs only $1.20 per bulb, using the lamps for 3 hours a day at 11 cents per kilowatt hour. And 20 years of life expectancy for these bulbs didn't change, so that's actually quite a nice thing as well. So at least for the next couple of years you can use them without replacing them. It's actually quite easy to set up the smart LED light bulbs by Xiaomi Yeelight. You just grab your phone, you download the 𝗦𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗶 application or the Yeelight application, and from there on you can control the lights from your phone or tablet. You first want to install the lights and then power it on. And you can set the server to Europe, Singapore or the US if you want to use Alexa or Google Voice Assistant. Else China mainland in case you want to use them with other Xiaomi 𝗦𝗂𝗯𝘀𝗰 ecosystem devices, and eventually you can just select them from the menu. So from the application you can easily turn on or off the lamp, you can change the brightness, you can change the hue, the color and a whole lot more by just easily swiping over the screen. And also there are even more features such as scenes that you can load and save. You can create groups of lights, for example to turn on or off all the kitchen lights or the living room lights. And also you can set timers and automation rules. And in the past I have reviewed quite some Yeelight and I always explained on how to use the application. You can find a video in the top right corner and all of my other reviews from Yeelight and Xiaomi in the description of this video, so make sure you check them out. There's only one thing that I don't really like, and that's you have to make a decision between the China mainland and the US, Singapore and the US servers, and there's a reason for it. Because if you choose China mainland, you can use it or combine it with the 𝗦𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗀𝗃 ecosystem devices. So for example, if the temperature reaches 25 degrees, the lamp will go on or off, for example. But if you select the European servers, the US or the Singapore servers, you cannot connect them to other Xiaomi 𝗦𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗃 ecosystem gadgets anymore, which is kind of a weird thing. And now I really hope that Xiaomi will fix this in the near future, because it's just sad that you can only use it with Google Assistant on the US servers or the Europe servers, but then you cannot use the other Xiaomi 𝗦𝗂𝗀𝗃 ecosystem devices anymore. And the integration between both will be just perfect. So let's hope that Xiaomi will create a workaround really soon. In the meantime, if you want to know how to set up Google Assistant, because that's my favorite, I'm not a big fan of Amazon Alexa to be honest, then you can find in the top right corner an explanation video on how to set up Google Voice Assistant for any kind of Yeelight devices. In the end, there are only 3 reasons that you should really know and consider before buying those new second generation smart LED light bulbs, because they always need to be connected to power and to your router, because if other people in the house they turn off the switches because they're not used to it, you cannot control it anymore. Also, what I do notice is that a small device like this is what a lot of people still like. For example, my parents, because they can just control it like this. And for me, it's kind of unnecessary, but for older people like my parents, for example, I kind of get it, you know, they don't always carry their smartphone with them, and Google Assistant is not perfectly with multiple users using the same smartphone, etc., with different kind of voices, etc. So I kind of get it why some people prefer to have a small device like this. But then again, there's no Bluetooth on these devices, so that's maybe in the 3rd generation of smart LED light bulbs that we go back to Bluetooth. Secondly, according to the Yeelight forum, Yeelight is working to support Apple's HomeKit, which is a really nice feature, and hopefully it will come somewhere this year, at least according to the forum it will be this year, and it's so nice that Yeelight is just making a lot of progress over here to enter the US market and the European market better. Lastly, after the most important thing that I think is the Apple HomeKit, is that the colored version of the lamp can set the same white colors as the white version of the lamp. And that's interesting, of course, because if you want to change your mind later on, with the colored version of the lamp you can always set the white colors, but the other way around it will not work because this one just doesn't show any colors. And that's interesting because there's only a $1 difference in China, and with international resellers there's like a $2-3 difference, but you can check the current price in the description of this video, next to that red subscribe button, of course. If you have a question, why not drop me a comment down below. Don't forget to hit that like button, and yeah, then I hope to see all of you in the next one.